this, let's just get straight into business. So following the rules, like I told you all, in technical analysis, it's just combination of everything you have learned in market structure, right? First of all, you identify the trend. Secondly, you mark out your break of structure and your market structure shift. Right. Thirdly, you identify your order block. Fourth, you look for your fair value gaps, and then fifth, which is your execution, where you just take your trade. So let's work hand in hand. Let's get it done. You identify the trend as the rule imply, right? So, like I said, I said something about time frames. I talked about the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour, which are the 4 major time frames, right? So I said for you to carry out your technical analysis, this time frame should be at your fingertip to be able to navigate through these time frames. So now this the 4-hour time frame says we are currently on a downtrend, right, from the 4-hour time frame. But then if you go to the lower time frame, you are going to see something else. That's just the truth. So 4-hour time frame says we are on a downtrend. That's the first thing to do, right? So what is the second thing to do? Second thing to do, I just want to believe you are jotting down step by step. First of all, we identify the trend. That's what we did when we opened the chart. That was the first thing we did. Identify the market trend. Secondly, we look for our break of structure or market structure shift. So now let's start analyzing from here. From here. Okay. Let's just look for some, as a professional, I can actually start analyzing from here. I can just start and say break of structure, market structure shift, and all of that, right? But then, as a newbie, you need some kind of confidence, right? You want to go back a little bit, start analyzing. So now let's do just that. So now we have our break of structure right here. Right, we have a break of structure right here, and then this is our high, right? This is our first high, right? Market retraced, it broke this our previous high, so that gave us a break of structure. So now our next